I'm Natasha, and this is Culture Vegan. Our newest addition to the channel is called Around the Table. You're gonna get an opportunity to come into my home and join me and some very special friends of mine, vegans from around the world, for dinner. Come on in and check this out. What are you?
Ma'am.
She said she's not. We call you vegan?
No, I don't call myself vegan. I call myself this living, loving, intelligent, potent, and immortal point of an absolute and supreme intelligence that is beginningless, endless, infinite, and eternal. Therefore, there's a particular way that I should feed as this point of the Creator's presence.
Ooh, I love it.
All right? And meat, dairy, eggs, chicken, and fish is not a part of that. It's not something that we would have done naturally. It's big business for those whose generations beat us, hung us, raped us, sodomized us, castrated us, set us afire. You understand? So I got to a point in college, I'm not giving another dime, and went on a personal economic boycott. Why? Because on one hand, you're acting as if you are the authority of existence. And that in order for us to really live, we have to live under your validation. You have to validate us. Okay, so we went to school, we get education, we get all of that so that we can participate in the system of things. But the system of things is supporting the cellular oppression of children. You understand, under capitalism. So it's not just the fact that animals are being enslaved and poisoned and whatnot. It's just that we are under a system of oppression that is global. 40 years of going without meat, dairy, eggs, chicken, fish, flesh, refined white sugars, tobacco, alcohol, you understand, and casual sex.
Who that man? Who casual sex? It's the dinner table, okay?
Dirty boys, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you got to keep yourself a certain kind of way.
Right about that, too. People forget about that, what you allow in your body, because not only what you put in your mouth, like you spoke about, is what you allow in your body, because women are receptors, and we receive. So if you're receiving a vegan penis, a non-vegan penis, you are no longer vegan.
Body choice, right?
Yes, I guess.
Exactly. So the issue, so the
we
issue,
just jumped to X-rated.
No, we're all adults. That's a natural part of life, is to get married and have intercourse, and it's not nothing bad.
And we started that before marriage. This is what the issue is in terms of adulteration. By 21, we were labeled adult. Okay, so we knew shame, game, blame, guilt, all of the things that put us in a place where we don't feel godly.
And mine is some of my own, because I wasn't raised to eat. My family raised all their food. We didn't eat a lot of meat growing up because we couldn't afford it. So we ate a lot of plants. We ate a lot of greens and beans and rice. And my dad had a garden, so he raised all this in his garden. Meat, we might have got one piece of meat, but now we're getting abundance of meat. So I wasn't raised on eating a lot of meat. I was raised on eating a lot of vegetables, because that's what we could get it plentiful of. And as I got older, I think the first time I went to McDonald's, I was maybe a teenager, because my parents didn't believe in going out to eat. My mom cooked breakfast, my mom cooked lunch, my mom made dinner. But it was when I got older and the world started getting a little faster that we started eating food out. But I wasn't raised on eating out. We didn't eat cereal. She made grits, eggs, salmon croquettes. We had greens, we had beans. We had beans every day. We had greens every day. We had rice every day. That went far. But as I've gotten older, I consume a lot more than what I consumed as a child.
When you have a people who take over another people, they don't feed the people to create optimum cellular functioning. Optimum cellular functioning creates clean blood that creates high frequency thought. Now they would be wise, you understand, when you really want real productivity, you understand, they would be wise to feed the people the thing that is consistent with what the people really require. But this whole protein myth, this whole protein and starch and eggs and dairy and all of this is just foolishness. It's putting money in the hands of people who really don't deserve another dime behind how much cholesterol, heart attack, stroke, and all of this is creating.
So, in a word, I would like for each one of you to share with me why, well, being vegan, why, one word, what's the big deal? One word. And I'll start off. Being gorgeous.
It's the fountain of youth.
One word.
It's so hard. Can you ask me in another way to kind of...
Just give me one word that you feel good about being vegan. Just any adjective.
I was on
Cruelty-free. It has to be. Yeah.
Say it again.
Cruelty-free.
Okay.
Integrity.
Yes.
I think too, when she just talked about like animals, for me, I feel like if somebody killed a dog and ate it, it would just make me upset. But killing a chicken does not. I think it's my identify, like I have been raised and really trained that certain type of things are to be killed and certain types are not. Like,
And chickens are beautiful.
yet, so I guess if I identify chicken as an animal as it is, then I probably feel the same way that I do about dogs and cats. Like if somebody killed a dog or a cat or a goldfish to eat it, a goldfish, I would think something's wrong with it, but a red snapper, I think is natural to eat it because it's supposed to eat red snapper.
And it's not even about, like, you know, people talk about dogs are smarter or they're more loyal and easily domesticated. And none of that, like, what we know about farm animals, we kind of just base off of what we, you know, are trained to believe about them. And then in that, they're teaching us the wrong thing in the first place. But you know how pigs have, you know, very, like, high intelligence, and chickens are the closest genetic pattern to dinosaurs. And there's just so many deep things about all these animals that we brush off and forget that they're beautiful creatures. And then in all that, it represents like hurting ourselves and, you know,
And see, that's the reality, but it's ourselves. There's only one self. Yourself, myself, himself, herself, itself. There's only one self. That is the intelligence of existence. That intelligence sees through every eye. And we've been taught to disregard it, disrespect it. Speciesism, you understand, where man and mankind feel entitled. We feel entitled to dominate other creatures and act as well. Well, if God didn't put them here for us to eat them, then what are they here for?
Why do they have a central nervous system so that they can have feelings and feel that knife go through their chest?
And if we really look around what's going on in society, how are we humans treating other humans?
We're eating each other alive too, pretty much. We're doing the same thing that we're doing to animals. We're eating each other alive.
Socially acceptable.
You know, we may not be doing it, but we're killing each other with different things that we're doing.
And who's banking on all this?
I guess nobody's really winning because we're demising. I mean, we are depleting the earth of everything, so
Right, what are we gonna do when it's all gone?
perish.
So I just want to make a toast and thank you for all being here. And I'm keeping in mind the word that everybody said, and let's come up with one word. Let's do integrity.
Yes.
Integrity.
To integrity.
Integrity.
Cheers.
Check your heart.